Hi, I'm Kris LeSueur with the Preferred Experience podcast, and today for episode 64, I have titled it, This is Training, Not Competition, and we'll go into that in just a minute. The one announcement that I want to make for this week for all the CrossFit Preferred members, we have the mobility seminar this Saturday at 10 a.m. here at the gym. Shayne from Therazona Physical Therapy will be teaching it. And we're going to focus on hips and low back. And we're going to do some other seminars with him throughout the year. He's awesome. We've done them in the past. We took a little break this last year as we had everything going on with COVID and all that. So we're excited to get back to our mobility seminars. He does a great job. Super fun to be around. Knows his stuff. Has a great physical therapy place right here in our complex, and we love Shayne. And if you missed his podcast a couple weeks ago, I think he was episode 60 or 61, somewhere in that area. He does a great job, maybe 62 on that one. But he taught some different things in that one that'll help you with your mobility and taking care of yourself and helping you to be your best self and athlete. Here in and out of the gym, it'll help you. So I've had the opportunity to meet a bunch of members lately, new members that have started, and had a couple conversations with a few of them. And one of them made the comment that he was embarrassed that he couldn't do the prescribed weight that we would have or keep up with the class or any of that kind of stuff. And I notice a lot of times when we have new people start, it's really easy to compare. And we have a lot of people in our classes that are veteran members that just crush these workouts. If I started to compare myself to some of them, sometimes I would not feel real great about myself either. So really important to not compare ourselves in the gym. And I have 4 things that I'm going to teach here in a minute that will really help you with your training as you're training here at the gym. And this podcast isn't only made for the new members, it's made for the veteran members, and it will help anyone that is training. We recently finished the CrossFit Open here at the gym. Everyone did awesome that did that, and we had a lot of fun with the teams, and it was a great time this year. It's my favorite time of the year in CrossFit. We do some other fun things throughout the year. We'll be doing the Murph workout for Memorial Day. That'll be our next big, I won't say it's a competition, but our next big group event as a gym. Next big workout that we get a bunch of people here to do, and it's an awesome workout for a great cause, great person to remember. That's another one of my favorite parts about CrossFit are the hero workouts that we get to do. But we finished the Open recently. We all pushed really hard to be able to get to that point recently, and Tiersa this last weekend, she in the Open qualified for the CrossFit Qualifier. Hopefully I have that name right, but that one had 5 different workouts this last weekend that she did from Friday morning through Sunday morning, and she did an awesome job. Super proud of her. Huge shout out to her and everyone that came in and supported her. We had Megan Gallagher and Megan Myers doing the workouts with her and pushing her and helping her really feel that push from them. So super fun to see how she did. Excited to see what she'll keep doing. She's doing a great job. So Tiersa, we're super proud of you, and it was really fun to see what you accomplished. So now that the competitions are over for CrossFit Preferred, we are back to training. And this week and last week, we were doing we've been doing a deload week through Comp Train, and a lot of people will think, oh, deload week, that'll be easy. Well, deload week does not mean easy in CrossFit, is what I've learned. It means more intensity and more work on technique and form. So it's a great time to be able to slow down on some of the lifts and really focus on form and technique. And then the workouts are more intense. Today's was 4 rounds of 5-minute rounds, and it was an awesome workout. Pushed me and everyone else that I was around this morning. It was a great one. So we did 5-minute rounds, then 5-minute rest, and we went through that whole cycle. So 4 ways to train. Now that we're back on training, we are going to finish our deload weeks this week, and we're going to be back to strength training and different workouts moving forward. We're super excited about that. We definitely have not hit some of the heavier weights for a little while. And when I say heavier weights, it's all relative for each of us. We're all going to be at a different place. And that's one of the big things that I want to focus on in this podcast is the 4 ways to train. And the first one that I find the most important, and something that I was talking about with Tiersa and Kimberly this morning. Kimberly, she teaches all of our new members the correct form and technique and prepares them for the classes. But one of the things that I talked about with Tiersa was that she likes to really focus on with new members is first focus on form, technique, the weight, and then the intensity. And I would say that doesn't just go for the new members, it goes for all of us. I still have plenty of things that I'm working on improving. One of them being snatch. We've really focused on that the last couple weeks. And Coach Amy's helped point out a couple of things where I had some flaws, and made a huge difference for me on feeling that lift really float up. You're getting a little better at the snatch when you feel that float. So thanks, Amy, for helping me with that. The second thing that I want to talk about for training is compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Don't focus on what everyone else is doing in the gym. Focus on you. And one of the big things we do, and I've talked about this in other episodes, but one of the big things we do at CrossFit Preferred is we use a program called Wodify, and Wodify is awesome. We have, I believe we're up to like 5 to 6 years of tracking our workouts in there. So a lot of people have just tons of information that helps them to improve, and we repeat a lot of the workouts. So it's really important as you're doing these workouts to really focus on tracking them. So when we track our strength on different lifts and we track our results on different workouts, we're going to test and retest all these different things that we do in CrossFit. And as you track all that in Wodify or write it down or know which way you're doing it, it makes a huge difference. But we've found the Wodify app to be a huge value add for all of us, and really helps us to stay organized and to keep improving. So compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Use that Wodify app to help you track the results, and you'll see huge gains come from doing that. It makes a huge difference. The third thing that I want to focus on, and I've shared this with a couple members and many other people throughout the years, something that was taught to me when I first started CrossFit was leave your ego outside. Leave your ego outside the door. Or leave your ego at the door is what we say. So big thing to do, because a lot of times we'll come in here and we'll be like, oh, so-and-so's doing that much weight, I should be able to do that. Don't worry about what so-and-so's doing. Worry about what you can do and what's going to help you to improve. And when you leave that ego at the door, it makes it a lot easier. So that's a huge one to remember. And then the fourth way that will help you to get the best training is to focus on rest and nutrition and mobility. Those 3 areas for recovery are huge. Rest, we all know we need to get the right amount of sleep. Maybe some of us know it better than others. For me, it's a constant battle to get to bed early enough between work and family and everything else going on. It's always a challenge to be able to do that. But one of the things that we do in our nutrition program that Tiersa and Meghan have been revamping and making, just it's awesome. I can't say enough about it. We have an app that we use now. We track sleep, we track nutrition, we track a bunch of biometrics, and a bunch of different things within that. Tiersa and Meghan can really help you dial in your rest and your nutrition with that program and make a big difference for you with that. The next thing is mobility. Again, remember we have the seminar this Saturday, 10 a.m. with Shayne from Therazona. Mobility is a huge factor. I won't say it's the most important factor, but I would say it's in the top 3 next to rest and nutrition. And it's another area that I have a challenge with too. Something that I've been working at improving over the years and even more recently with some different apps. I've been using the app GoWOD. If you haven't seen that app, I love that app. It's a great way to keep your mobility going, and it's focused on you. So it's not focused on anybody else. It has you do some tests and sees where you're at mobility-wise, and then it builds out a program for you, and it's very reasonably priced, inexpensive, but great results. When I do it, I feel awesome. And one of the ones I do that I've been working on is the daily WOD that they put in there, and it's an 8-minute workout, not a workout, but a mobility session that it has you do, and it has you focus on different areas each time. The one I did today was awesome. After all the snatching and rowing and everything that we did, it really opened up my upper body today. Then it has a bunch of other things you can do too to warm up for workouts. Gives you some great stretches and movements you can do to improve. So mobility is huge. It makes a huge difference. Training is what we do in the gym. It prepares us for all the different things that we're going to do. Fitness-wise, it's going to help us in our different areas that we're all working on. It helps us mentally and helps our health, does a lot of different things. For me, I love to have a competition to focus on or an event to focus on. And so if you're somebody that is looking for competition more than once a year with the CrossFit Open, there are competitions in the area that some different CrossFit gyms will put on. We've never put on a competition here. Well, we have in the past, long time ago, but there are places that are putting on competitions. There's one coming up called the Desert City Slam, right here in the Gilbert Chandler area, and it's on Saturday, May 1st. We have some members from the gym that are going to do that. And I found having a competition or an event or a race or something to push you really helps change the type of training that you do. So I would encourage you to find something that will push you. It doesn't have to be a race. It doesn't have to be a competition. It could be an event. It could be a wedding that's coming up. It could be a trip to the beach that you want to look a little better, but having something on the calendar that you're always working towards will help you to become your best and help you have a better focus in your training. I have a couple friends and myself that are going to do the Grand Canyon again, rim to rim to rim, round 2 for me in the last 6-ish months. And I'm just as nervous for this one as I was the last one. It was no joke. It's a 48-mile hike/run that we do in the Grand Canyon, and last one took a little over 18 hours. We're hoping to do even better this time, so we're excited to do that. That's my next thing on the calendar, and then another big hike that I'm doing at Mount Whitney in June with a group of friends we were able to get a permit for that. So always having something on the calendar makes a huge difference for me, and I'm sure it would make a huge difference for most of you. So that is what I have for the podcast today. Thanks for joining me, and thanks for being a part of CrossFit Preferred and listening to the Preferred Experience podcast. I love doing these podcasts. I have some people that have shared that it's helped them, and I love hearing about that, and I love learning the different things that I learn as I prepare for them. So thanks for listening, and thanks for being a part of CrossFit Preferred, and I will see you later. Thanks again. We'll see you. Bye.